So I just watched Afamefuna, and here I am feeling jealous that I'm not Igbo. Sad. Now, Afamefuna follows the story of the Igbo apprenticeship system, practically where a boy leaves his home, goes to an Igbo trader's shop to learn the ropes, to learn how to trade. He works for him. He gets paid, obviously, works for him for years. And then when the owner deems him fit, he graduates from the shop to get his own shop, his own business, and life continues from there. But then because you graduated from my shop, you also come and buy stuff from my shop to sell for yourself. It's a whole awesome ecosystem of entrepreneurship, of business, and no wonder like the Igbos are really, really good when it comes to like business and trade and all of that. But this story follows the life of Afamefuna, whose friend died while he was celebrating his dad's remembrance. And then the police called him for questioning because him and the person who died, played by Alex Ekubo, were both under the same master during their entrepreneurial training. Now, when we talk about the story, honestly, like I told you at the beginning, like that story made me jealous. It made me jealous for a plethora of reasons. Number one, you have the whole Igbo entrepreneurship system. You have that culture shock and culture showcase that just makes you proud, especially if you're an Igbo person. Now I'm not, and I felt jealous. Imagine how Igbo people feel watching that type of movie. Imagine as a Nigerian who actually loves Nigeria watching that type of movie. You're like, yes, like I mean, this type of thing is being studied in Harvard. This type of thing is being talked about internationally, and we have this ecosystem here made by Nigerians, made by the Igbos, and it is just beautiful. The dialogue of that movie, I'm actually going to say now that it feels like Kayode Kasum is probably the king of slice of life in Nigeria, in Nollywood, because that dialogue was not forced. The dialogue was organic. It felt so organic that at different points in the movie, I felt like I was right there, that I had heard the dialogue before. I had literally experienced the things they were saying, and that was just, it was really, really beautiful, honestly. The dialogue in that movie was awesome. The plot progression, first act, beautiful. Second act, amazing. Third act, that same Nollywood deep, but it still did not take a lot from the movie. I'll touch on that later. For the cast, bruh, see Stan Nze. I've always said it from the start. Stan Nze and Chimeze Imo are two actors that I want to see more of. And in this movie, Stan Nze, I don't know what he did, to prepare for the role, but nah, you could tell that he did amazing. And it's not just kudos to him, it's kudos to the young actor as well. The young guy who played Stan Nze. Really, really amazing actor. He set things up perfectly. And it's the same thing with Alex Kubo. Alex Kubo has been acting for years, and you could always tell that he had that talent. You could tell that he was good. But in this movie now, his rent was absolutely due. In fact, it's like he collected rent from everybody. He did not just pay rent, he collected rent from all the people that have been owing him as well. It was amazing. And it's also kudos to the young actor who played Alex Kubo, because the young actor who played both Stan Nze's role and Afame Funa and Alex Kubo's role, they set things up perfectly for what we saw. At different points in the scenes, in terms of cinematography, at different points in the movie, it just felt like you had to be in that moment. The way the shots were framed. There was a part that is just stuck in my head where Kanayo was watching um his apprentices, yeah. Like they were, this thing where you go to a market and then you enter someone's shop and you're like, oh, you don't sell this? And he's like, "Oh, no, don't worry, I'll sit down. As in, I have it, just wait, I'll get it for you." And then you sit down there, he now sends someone else to go to another of his brother's shop to get that type of thing. I've seen it happen a lot, and mostly Igbos. In fact, every time it's the Igbo people that do it. In that scene when Kanayo was smiling, it just lived rent. It's still in my head because Kanayo did not say a word, but the score, the music, the way the shot was framed, the way the act and everything and the scene played out, it's just something memorable. It's reminiscent of Lionheart, that dinner scene, right? The way it was framed, the way the shot was, the way everybody in that scene were there. Nobody was lost, nobody was left out, and everything just came together to make you feel this community, this family. That was what I got from that scene. Beautiful. Kayode Kasum and the cinematographer, you guys are you guys are on something that you're not sharing with other people, and we'll find your secret and we'll find it really soon. Really amazing. The cinematography, beautiful. The costumes, as far as costumes go, they were as organic as possible, which I really love because it's a case of we're not trying to show you more than what isn't there. We are showing you exactly what is so that you relate with it and you see that while these people might be underdressed, it doesn't mean they are not, making that money, you know. And then the switch of when, okay, you know what, I am now rich, I'm now made, I have my own business. It was clear, it was evident. As far as costumes go, really beautiful. Plot progression for all the different characters were amazing, except, and this brings me to the third act of the movie, that love relationship scene between Afamefuna and the girl. I was shocked because you did not set it up at all through the movie, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, yes, I tell you that, oh, I want you, you should be with me. You've been in a relationship with this guy for years, and you just leave him all of a sudden to go and marry somebody, and you guys married how long? Like in such a short time frame that she was already pregnant, and it was the other guy's, and it was the other person's child, and I'm like, that was a mess. Honestly, that was a mess. It took a good number of things from the movie, but solid movie still. But that they didn't set up her character well. They didn't set up the love and the relationship very well. A good 5 minutes extra would have sorted it out. There were times where, it was obvious that he was looking at her. You get like, and if she had even just glanced in his direction the same way at a couple of different times, like she sees him and she's, she looks at him like, oh wow, like she looks at him like she likes him, even though she's still with the other guy, then that is better. That explains it. That just at those different points, it tells that, oh, she already really liked him. And the golden chance of when he graduated, that just went off. That was a perfect time to set things up. But nothing was set up. Everything just happened in the third act. And I was like, yeah, how did we get from here to there? Really off. Really, really off. And I'm touching on it because it pained me. That movie was almost perfect. It was almost perfect. The movie was so good that it is the kind of movie where when people or outsiders or people who don't know about Nigeria, they come and ask, oh, okay, what are some Nollywood films can watch to let me know about Nigeria, to let me know the kind of things Nigerians are capable of, the kind of amazing things that Nigerians can do and Nigeria has. That is the kind of movie that I'll tell them. You can watch Afame for now. You would get a sense of business thinking, the mindset of a Nigerian. Yes, it had its jealousy, it had its greed, it had all of that, and that is everywhere. You get every single country has it. Even China, they have corruption there, just that they quell it, by going the extra mile. But all those things are there because it's human nature. However, you look at the good of what they do far outweighs the bad. And that is something I really, really loved about Famifuna. I did hate the way they set up the whole relationship, marriage, um, you know, but fraud, paternity fraud, and all of that thing. But beyond that, that story, that movie was beautiful. I think this is the first movie, Nollywood movie that I'll rate an A. And I'm giving it an A minus, sadly, because of how the whole love marriage thing was played out, how that third act played out. But beyond that, that is a movie that you can't help but be proud of, you know. So Afame Funa on Netflix, please watch it. That's all. Nothing else to say. Watch it. Beautiful movie. If you've watched it, let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you are just coming across my channel, obviously it means that hey, you're supposed to follow, and you're supposed to subscribe, and you're supposed to check out my other content. So until next time, I remain the one from Cinema Shed as per usual, and I'll catch you later. Peace.